What's up guys, Jay here with YUGIOH. Welcome to the channel if you're new. We're back at it again with Floowandereeze for our monthly update. We do this deck profile every single month, so if you like the deck, stick around for that, subscribe. We also do gameplay with it. Before we get into today's deck profile, I'd like to announce that we do our monthly giveaways every single month. All you have to do to qualify for that is to like the video, subscribe, and comment the daily question, which is going to be, what is your favorite tribute summon archetype? There's the Monarchs, there's Floowandereeze, there's some other ones, some more niche ones, but yeah, what's your favorite tribute summon archetype? Maybe normal summon archetype, whatever you want to call it. An archetype doesn't special summon, let's just say that. It could be anything. Be creative with it. And then check out the links in the description below. We have the channel memberships and the Patreon. That helps us do the giveaways, as well as give you guys additional chances to win, and also additional giveaways just for the patrons and channel membership members. Alright. For the small birds, we got 3 Robina, 3 Eaglin, Token, and Stree. Konami has still not provided any new support, so we're still playing these. Robina's busted, so, you know, not going to complain about that. We have more than enough, but, yeah, I mean, this deck still makes top cut at events and still goes hard in the paint, so I guess there'd be, you know, I don't know if they can even give it more support, to be honest. They literally had to nerf it with Bear Statue just because of how good it was. But yeah, Robina still goes Burr. With that, we'll get on to the big birds. I mean, a deck that can play D-Shifter and then also play every consistency card on the moon, like Duality, Prosperity, plus play 9 to 12 hand traps, board breakers, and it's also consistent, recursive advantage. It's just going to be a very good deck. We got Apex Avian, Ryza, and 2 Empin. Pretty standard for the big birds, nothing has changed here. Still doing the Empin things, and Ryza and Avian just part of the supporting cast, generic big birds. Alright, on to the spells, to the deck specific ones. We got 3 map and a terraforming to accompany it. Because when you see map Robina, you're living a dream. But if you see map Eaglin, you're still getting there anyway, so we want to make sure we see map. Alright, we got 3 Avenue of Adventure. Busted card for the Floowandereeze strategy. Absolutely insane. Allows you to dodge hand traps, allows you to extend, allows you to just search. Gains life points when you're going for game and time. I don't like the time rules, but it is a thing. It does come up. And then Unexplored Winds in Dreaming Town. That's going to be the standard 1 and 1. We did test 2. 2 was a no-go. Never tested more than 1, but it just doesn't seem good in theory. It could be. I don't know. Maybe going second, trying to tribute your opponent's stuff instead of yourself. Instead of your stuff. Out some stuff. Alright, for the consistency cards, we got 3 Pot of Prosperity, 3 Pot of Duality, and these are the God cards. Like I said, any deck that's a 40 card list that can play 6 of these, my man, that's like, oh my god, that's like gold format with Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed, and 2 Upstart, just maxing out on the draw cards. Like, you have 6 cards that just trade for another one. This is 6 Upstart Goblins, but better because you get to Excavate. They're ridiculous. Then Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave, sack you one of. You kind of need it with a deck that really hard loses the Droll. And then also, I mean, sometimes it stops the Ash on the Robina if you're, you know, if you can't play around it. Yeah, it gets us there. It's the 40th pick. Not too much of an investment there, just because, you know, it's a one of. On to the hand traps. Let's start with D-Shifter because it's relevant to start with him first, because all these cards play under D-Shifter. So you got 3 D-Shifter, 3 Nibiru. I like Nibiru in this deck especially because it doesn't conflict with anything. You're summoning on their opponent's turn. I guess you can't... Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't use your bird's effects the turn you summon this on your opponent's turn, but because you can't special summon the same turn that you use their effects, but in general, I mean, your turn, it's not going to affect you. And let's be honest, if you're Nibiruing them, you're Nibiruing them. You don't really have to play that turn if you don't want to. 3 Imperm and 3 Ash. Like I said, every card here plays on our D-Shifter. D-Shifter is our also, you know, like an in-house protection against Droll Knockbird, because Droll Knockbird can't activate under this, so not only do we have Called by the Grave, we have 3 more options right here. And yeah, that's about it for the main deck. Not much more to say there. On to the extra deck. Extra deck is going to be a little less relevant, however, we still need to go over it. Some things to talk about like we do every month, and we made some changes again, so let's see what we got here. We got Assembled Nightingale, Downer Zeus, that's going to be the main package. For, you know, if you really just have like 2 monsters left on board and you can't do anything with them, you can go into Nightingale, just attack directly Downer Zeus. At least you have something, some kind of interruption for the following turn. But hopefully that never happens. And then other options other than Downer and Nightingale is Slacker and Recital Starling. You can go in either one of these two. Recital Starling's better than Nightingale if they already don't have monsters on board, or if they have something in defense, because you can search and then you can attack and do the same thing. For the Link 1, we got Link Rebo and Almarush is just some generic Link 1s. Nothing too crazy, man. If you're using these, something went wrong. Swear to God. This should be mostly just be prosperity fodder. We got 2 Farigite the Baron Blossom. We got 2 Harpy Conductor. We got a Nightmare Phoenix for the Link 2. Nightmare Unicorn for the Link 3. We got 2 Link 4s. We have Apollosa, Bow of the Goddess. And everyone's favorite Cyburst monster, we got Axis Code Talker. So yeah, and then sideboard options, we can talk about that real quick. I don't have one prepared, but we'll just go over it briefly. You're going to want Cosmic Cyclones or Twin Twisters, preferably Cosmic Cyclone. Just because you don't want to necessarily have to put something in your graveyard before you can de-shifter. And Twin Twister might force you to do that, and then you can't activate it afterwards. Whereas Cosmic Cyclone, you can chain de-shifter to it. But Twin Twisters you can't, because the cost is going to get it there first. That's one reason I like Cosmic over it. You want to have Harpy's Feather Duster too, probably, and then you want to have Harpy's Feather Storm, 3 of those. That's kind of mandatory. You want to have Anti-Spell Fragrance, that's a pretty good one. And honestly, let me know any other options down below. There's so many options you guys can play, so much just generic stuff. I usually play like 3 D-Barrier, that seems to be pretty good. But yeah, I always forget to make a side deck, and you guys ask me, there's at least one person, so I'm doing this for the person who's going to ask ahead of time. Alright guys, that's it. That's all I got for you guys for this month's rendition of Floowandereeze. Stay in touch, subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you again next month for another edition of this deck profile. Peace out.